Hey there, this is a San Francisco real estate market update. We're going to be looking at the data for what's going on in the San Francisco real estate market for the month of June 2025. We're going to compare it to the month of June 2024, see what changes have taken place, see what's going on. We're going to be looking at single family home data, and then of course also condos, TICs, and co-ops. My name is Joe Poliak. I'm a local real estate broker, founder of Rise Homes, and team leader of Rise Homes as well. We service the entire San Francisco Bay Area. We help people buy and sell residential real estate, single family homes, condos, 2 to 4 unit properties all throughout the San Francisco Bay Area. I was born and raised in San Francisco. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and of course reach out with any comments or feedback in the comment section below. Okay, let's jump right into it. Single family home data. So for June 2024, there was a total of 200 new listings that hit the market. June 2025, there was 204. So that's a slight increase of 2% year over year. And then pending sales last year was 208. This year, the number is 218. So a slight increase of 4.8% year over year. Sold listings last year was 198. And this year, the number is 222. So an increase of 12.1%, fairly significant increase actually year over year. Median sales price last year was $1,630,500. This year, that number is $1,702,500. So a decent size increase of 4.4% year over year. Average sales price last year was $2,160,000 some change. This year that number is $2,135,000, just a little bit under that, but basically that. So a decrease of 1.2% year over year, basically no change. Days on market last year was 30. This year that number is 21. So a pretty significant decrease. So homes are selling much faster, it looks like. Active listings 304 last year. This year that number is 292. So a decrease of 3.9% year over year. So that's total inventory levels. Percentage of properties that sold over the list price last year was 72.7. This year that number is 80.2. So that's another good sign, shows strong activity here. Percentage of list price received last year was homes were selling for 13.7% over the asking price. This year they're selling for 12.3% over the asking price. Month supply of inventory last year was 1.8, and this year that number is 1.6. Inventory levels down a little bit, prices up a little bit, days on market going down pretty significantly, inventory down, all of this, month supply down. We were already obviously in a hot market, but what happened post-pandemic, I would say, is that the San Mateo County market and basically the rest of the Bay Area, for the most part, kind of like if you think about the better school district areas, essentially the good school districts, kind of a little bit more suburban feel areas, Walnut Creek, San Ramon, those types of areas, Novato, San Rafael, Marin, those kind of areas, Silicon Valley, San Mateo County, Fremont, things like that. Since the pandemic began, we're increasing at a higher percentage than San Francisco. Now I'm starting to see a little bit of the reverse. I'm starting to see that San Francisco is starting to pick back up, and people are either wanting to stay in the city or move back to the city or whatever it might be. So we're kind of seeing that trend is like in the beginning of stages of potentially reversing. So median and average sales prices in San Francisco are still below what they are in San Mateo County and, certain parts of Silicon Valley as well, but we're seeing that trend reversing from the pandemic. So good signs for the city of San Francisco real estate for sellers, maybe not buyers so much, if it's becoming more competitive for them. Okay, let's jump into condos, TICs, and co-ops. So the number of new listings that hit the market in June 2024 is 296. In June 2025, that number is 273. So a decrease of 7.8% year over year. Pretty significant, actually. Pending sales last year was 193. This year, that number is 253. So an increase of 31.1% year over year. Sold listings last year was 180. This year, that number is 233. So an increase of 29.4% year over year. Median sales price last year was $1,099,000. This year, that number is $1,177,500. So an increase of 7.1% year over year. Average sales price last year was $1,289,500. This year, that number is $1,313,000. So an increase of 1.9% year over year. Days on market last year was 45. This year, that number is 53. So it's up a little bit to 17.8%. Active listings last year was 895, and this year that number is 734. So a pretty significant decrease of 18% year over year. Properties that sold over the list price was 35.6%. This year, that number is 41.4%. 1%. Last year, the percentage of list price received was homes were selling for basically 0.3% over the asking price. This year, they're selling for 2% over the asking price on average. And last year, month supply of inventory was 4.8, and this year that number is 3.6. So all in all, it's a much hotter market for condos, TICs, and co-ops in San Francisco. A lot less came up for sale, a lot more sold, pending, prices went up, days on market went up a little bit, actually fairly significantly, they went up. Inventory levels went down significantly. Basically on pretty much almost every metric, months of inventory down significantly. On almost every metric, we switched from being in a, kind of like seller's market, borderline towards the medium range, but buyer's market, like a little bit above that middle point, 4.8 months of inventory to 3.6. Now we're technically in a seller's market, it looks like. So all in all, it's looking like better news for the condo TAC co-op market in San Francisco for sellers at least, whereas post-pandemic, it really turned into a full and complete buyer's market. Yeah, so I guess if you're thinking about selling, it seems like it might start becoming a better and better time. We're starting to get to that point. So hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave any feedback or comments. And of course, if you're thinking about buying or selling real estate anywhere in the San Francisco Bay Area, me and my team would love to help you. Thanks again.